Hey everybody, welcome to Burke Bunch Renos. Today we're going to be putting in ribbon LED lighting. So without the studio lighting, you can see the bottom ones are quite shadowed, and the lights we have here are halogens. Those ones are burned out. Can't seem to get them to work. That one's burned out. So once the ribbon LEDs are in there, this should be dramatically different. Now here is all the material we're going to need for this project. We have, from Armacost, two 60-watt dimming LED drivers. That's these guys here. We need two because we have just too much footage of ribbon lighting. These little guys here are used to connect the wires to the LED strip. Saves you having to solder. Here is one roll of the LED strip. 120 LEDs per meter, so it's going to be bright, which is why we have a dimmer. There's the transformer box for the halogen lights that we have right now. We'll be replacing that with the two LED drivers. The LED tape lighting or ribbon lighting is going to run down to here and run through here. I've actually drilled out a little hole already. It's going to go through. Here we're going to drill a hole and run a wire through that, join up to some more LED lighting all the way down, and we'll just crisscross back and forth. However, the first thing to do will be to destroy the mom's beautiful planning and take everything off the shelves. Now, a great way to test what size drill bit you need. Here's my wire. What you do is you hold the drill bit behind the wire, and if you can just see the drill bit on either side, like that, means the hole's going to be big enough to shove that through. So I'm using the 3/16. Okay, after measuring the cord, slight change of plans, I'm actually going to have to go with slightly bigger because I need a longer drill bit because it has to get all the way through that. And the 3/16 drill bit was not long enough. Let's get going. With all the holes drilled, ready to run the wires, it's time to cut the ribbon tape. We can do that just with a regular pair of scissors. Measure it out on the wall, exactly how long you want it. Cut it right at the copper connector. But it's always a good idea to measure twice and cut once, the old carpenter's adage. The ribbon flex tape does come with a 3M sticker on the back. However, it's a good idea to just use some painter's tape, stick it up, make sure it looks good once it's wired before you peel that off, because there's no going back once you use it up. So the ribbon lighting is going to be going through a little space I've left here when I was building the shelves, and I'll be able to just slide it right through. Now the next step will be to disconnect the previous transformer and install our two LED transformers, 60 watts each. What I've been doing is making these little wire shunts to run across here. The store gave me stranded wire, so I had to go purchase solid core wire, push it into the clips. I tried it with a stranded wire and it was a nightmare, it wouldn't go. So when you're doing this, just make sure that your polarity is correct, because you need the positive on one side and the negative on the other side. You can't keep switching. So those just slide together like that. Then over here, I feed it through the hole, over to the other side, and it's ready for the ribbon lighting. Gotta do 6 of them. Now the wiring up here is a little bit complicated. First thing I did was flip the breaker, made sure it's off, tested it. Always a good idea to test twice. This line here goes down to the switch, so the live wire here is going to bridge with the switch wire, and the switch is going to come back and join with the transformer. This transformer over here also has to meet up there to receive power. The transformers are now wired together. We've got two for half of the unit And the other two I've actually hooked up to a strand of light. So we're gonna hit the switch, see if it actually works. There we go. With the wiring complete, it's time to close up the boxes, push all the wires in, and then we're gonna start doing the individual strands. Now it's time to run the ribbon lighting from section to section, hooking the ribbon lighting on using these fine little clips. The ribbon light, it's fed through a passage to the next wire. If you're using these little clips, make sure that you connect them to the ribbon lighting first, then shove your wire into the holes, because I did it the other way and now I've wrecked a whole bunch of the clips, had to buy new ones. Don't tell you that in the instructions. The ribbon lighting's being fed through a hole that I created when I was building the unit, so I can feed it through there. But over here, because it's going through a big thick section, we've run a wire. First section is complete. From one of the transformers, all of these lights here are fed and drops down to there, over to here. The secondary transformer runs the wire down. I'm gonna paint that wire white. Runs to here. Then the lighting will run all the way around and back to here. The reason why I couldn't run them all off one transformer, there's too many lights, it takes too many watts, so I broke it up into two sections. Another nice thing about this is it's only sending 12 volts through the wires, so I can actually touch it without being electrocuted. Alright, the final step will be to switch the switch. We're going to put in a dimmer switch, a Lutron Skylark. We just pop that in. This one is made for 3-way or 2-way. Let's do it and try it out. Now, if you're wondering why this wire is white on the switch, because it should be black to black, if you remember from the transformer, we ran one wire down and we cheat to make this one act as a black. It's marked up with a marker to be black at the top, and we're going to do the same at the bottom, so that anytime anybody's playing with the switch, they know that it's meant to be black. Alright, in theory the lighting is done and the mom can start putting up stuff again, but let's test it out. And the dimming. Nice. Sweet. So that's it, folks. The lighting on the wall unit is now done. We hope you've enjoyed this Burke Bunch Reno project. Subscribe and click the bell, and we'll let you know when we post more great Burke Bunch videos. Until next time, well, we'll see you next time.